Okay, welcome back. Let us see the last class, what we have seen. So what is data communication and what are the components of the data communication and how we represent the data communication, and then what are the various methods used in the flow of the data, that is the simplex, half duplex and a full duplex. Now, this class we are going to see the concept of network. Now, what is a network? You know network. Already you are working with network. So by definition, a network is a set of devices connected by communication link. Here the devices are also called the node or the workstation. A node can be a computer or a printer or any other device which is capable of sending or receiving the data generated by other nodes on the network. Okay, then now distributed processing. Most networks use the distributing processing in which a task is divided among multiple computers. Instead of one large machine being responsible for all the aspects of process, separate computer handle a subset. That is, the work has been divided into various systems. For example, you take the client server system, which is a distributed processing system. Server is on one place, then various clients are connected with the server, and the server can communicate, and the clients can communicate with the server or other clients. Now, next one is here, network criteria. The following are the network criteria. That is the performance, reliability, and security. Now, let me see one by one. First one is a performance. Performance can be measured in many ways. It includes the transist and the response time. So what is a transist time? The transist time is the amount of time required for a message to travel from one device to another. That is the time taken to travel the message from one station to another. Then response time is a elapsed time between an inquiry and a response. Then reliability. Reliability is measured by the frequency of the failure, the time it takes a link to recover from a failure, and the network robust in a catastrophe. Then security. The network security includes protecting the data from unauthorized access, protecting data from the damage and the development and the implement policies and procedures for a recovery and data losses. Okay, we have to secure the data. So when we send the message from one part to another, one place to another place, this is a very important criteria. That is, our data should be securely reached. Then the physical structure. Let me see. There are two types of connection. One is a point-to-point connection and another one is a multi-point connection. So first, what is a point-to-point connection? So here is one station and here is one station. These two stations are connected by a link. So a point-to-point provide a dedicated link between two devices. The line is a dedicated. Dedicated means only connection between these two stations, and no other stations are connected. For example, you take the television and then remote. A remote can use it to operate the the television. So that is a point-to-point connection. Okay. Then next one is a multi-point or multi-drop connection. So you see that here is a mainframe system and various stations are connected along with a link. Therefore, a multi-point connection is one in which more than two devices share a single link. So you have the link is a single one, and then various stations are connected with this link. So this is called a multi-point connection. So in the multi-point environment, the capacity of channel is shared either spatially or temporarily. If several devices can use the link simultaneously, then it is a spatially shared connection. If user must take turn, then it is a time shared connection. So there are two types of connections. One is a point-to-point, which is connected by a dedicated lines. Only two stations are connected, and then multi-point connection in which a link can share many stations. Okay. Then next one is a topology. What is a topology or a physical topology? The physical topology refers to the way in which a network is laid out physically. That is, two or more devices connected to a link. Two or more links form a topology. So there are various topologies are there. They are mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, ring topology, and then hybrid topology. The hybrid topology may be combination of mesh and star, or star and bus, or star and ring, etc. Let me see later. The first one is a mesh topology. So this is the mesh topology. So here various stations are there. Then each stations are connected with another station by a dedicated link. You see that this is one link. That is, this is the station 1 or station A. So this is station B, C, D, E. Then the station station 1. Here station 1 is connected with station 2 by a dedicated line. Station 1 is connected with station 3 by a dedicated line. Station 1 is connected with station 4 by a dedicated line, like that. Station 1 is connected with station 5 with a dedicated line. Like that, all the stations are connected by a dedicated line. Okay. So every device has a dedicated point-to-point link to every other device. Here, dedicated means the link carries traffic only between the two stations. That is, the traffic occurs only between these two stations, like that. These two stations, these two stations, these two stations. So here, to find the number of physical links in a mesh network with n nodes. For example, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have connected 5 nodes. Node 1 must be connected n minus 1 nodes. So node 1 is connected, n means 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. So node 1 is connected 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Node 2 is connected n minus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Therefore, in order to find how many links can be connected, means it is calculated by n into n minus divided by 2. Okay. So here n is a 5. So 5 into 5 minus 1, 4. 5 into 4, 20. 20 divided by 2, 10. Therefore, there are 10 duplex links are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The second one is here, star topology. Here, each device has a dedicated point-to-point link only to a central controller. So this central controller is called hub. These devices are not directly linked to one another. That is, station 1 is not connected to station 2. Suppose station 1 want to communicate with the station 2, then first station 1 is connected to hub. From hub only, we send the message to station 2. Okay, like that. Every time we have to go to hub. From hub only, each stations can be connected. Here the controller, that is the hub, can act as an exchange. If one device want to send the data to another, then it send the data to the controller. From the controller, it transmit the data to the corresponding station. So the advantage of this one is which requires the less cabling. Okay, only we have connected here 1, 2, 3, 4. If 4 systems are there, then only 4 cables are required. Whereas in the mesh, they have n into n minus 1 divided by 2 cables are required. Okay, that is one of the advantage. Then another advantage is robustness. That is, suppose that if one station fails, so what happened? The other 3 stations can be communicated via hub. So what is called a robustness. So the fault identification is also easy. So only suppose that if station 2 fails, so we know, and we can disconnect this one, and then we connect again this one by using cabling or other methods. Suppose that when hub becomes fails, what happened? The entire network becomes fails. So that is the one of the major disadvantage in this network. Then next one is here bus topology. Here there is a cable. Then we use the drop line with a tab to connect each stations. So nodes are connected to the bus cable by a drop line and tabs. A drop line is a connection running between a device and the main cable. So device and main cable. A tab is a connector that either splices into the main cable or the puncture of the cable to create contact with the metallic core. When a signal travels along the backbone, that is this cable, some of its energy is become the transmitted into heat. Therefore, it becomes weaker and weaker as it travels further and further. Okay, that means we have to connect it only the limited number of stations in this topology. For this reason, we use only a number of tabs a bus can support, and also distance between those tabs. So that is the major disadvantages in the bus topology. The advantage of bus topology include the easy installation. We can suppose that we want to install one more station. Then we use the drop line and tab in the cable. We can connect it. So the bus uses less cabling compared than other two methods. That is the mesh topology requires more cabling. Then star requires less cabling compared than mesh, whereas the bus topology requires only one cable in which we can connect a number of stations. Then another disadvantage is in the bus topology is it is difficult to reconnection and fault isolation. Okay, suppose that if there is a puncture in a particular place, then the communication stops at this station. The message cannot travel from this station to this station or from this station to this station. So we have to replace the entire cable and then we have to again reconnect it. Okay, so that is the one of the major difficulty for implementing the bus topology. Then next topology is a ring topology. So under ring topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point connection with only with two devices on either side of. So either we can connect this way or we can connect this way. So a signal is passed along the ring in one direction. Suppose that from here to here, from device to device until it reaches the destination. Okay. Suppose that this station want to communicate this one means, so the signal travel from this, and then finally it reaches its destination. Each device in the ring incorporate a repeater. When a device receives a signal intended for another device, its repeater generates bit and passes them along. Suppose that this station want to communicate with this station. So when we send the data, then this station analyze it. If it is not belongs to this one, means it allow to travel the data to the next one, and then the repeater takes its address, and then if the address belongs to this station, means it receives the data. So this is called a ring topology. So the advantage of ring topology is a ring is relatively easy to install and reconfigure. Each device is linked to only its immediate neighbor. That is immediate neighbor. Suppose to add or delete a device requires changing only two connections. Suppose that we want to add in between. So we use a repeater and then we can add a station. Suppose that we want to remove this one, we can easily remove this one. So adding and removing are easy. That is one of the major advantage. And another advantage is fault isolation is simple. Suppose that this failure, so we can easily remove it. Then the data may be transmitted to the link along the way. Suppose that if one device does not receive a signal within a specific period, then it can issue an alarm. The alarm alerts the network operator to the problem and its isolation. Suppose that here some problem is there, then an alarm is received by the network operator. Immediately he attend it, and then if there is a fault, he can remove the station and add another station. Here the major disadvantage is unidirectional traffic. Okay, that is from this the message is possible, like that this station message is possible, like that this station message is possible. So what happened? So various messages are traveled along this link, therefore a traffic may occur. So that is one of the major problem in the ring topology. Okay. Then next, hybrid topology. I already told you hybrid topology is combination of any two or more topology. Here we use the bus topology and the star topology. Okay, so this is the bus topology, and a bus is connected with an hub so that we can connect more number of systems. Okay, so here is a one hub, one route, so connected with various stations, like that. Here the number of stations are connected, and the advantage and disadvantages are similar as hub and bus. So this is called the hybrid topology. Like that we can use the hub along with the mesh, or hub along with the ring, etc. Okay, student. Now the summary of today's lecture. So what is a network, and the physical structure of a network, and the topology, various two types of topology. Then physical structure, so that is the point-to-point and multi-point connections. Then topology, that is the star, mesh, hybrid, etc. We have seen. Okay. Let us see in the next class.